This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. The Rolex catalog for this year presents a striking contrast between tradition and transformation. Despite sustained premium pricing, shifting consumer tastes are reshaping the landscape. Timepieces once regarded as rare symbols of prestige are becoming increasingly obtainable, while others have faded from display cases or seen demand taper off across resale platforms. This moment marks a turning point, not only in identifying which references remain in demand, but also in revealing which ones are starting to raise concerns among collectors and investors. In this presentation from Luxury World, attention will be directed towards specific Rolex models that, despite their technical precision or once celebrated status, are currently underperforming in value and failing to maintain long-term desirability. Subscribe to Luxury World for continued access to curated insights, expert perspectives, and guidance designed to support informed decisions throughout the luxury watch investment journey. The current Rolex landscape reveals an intricate blend of shifting tastes, softened premiums, and evolving value perceptions. While technical craftsmanship remains impeccable, market sentiment in 2025 has made it increasingly clear which models are maintaining their allure and which are beginning to fall out of favor. A number of once hyped or highly coveted references now struggle to hold their ground on the secondary market, despite initial fanfare or robust specifications. Below is a refined and reorganized assessment of several Rolex timepieces that, despite their merits, are encountering challenges in sustaining desirability or commanding their expected premiums. Consider first the Everose Yacht-Master 40 with a chocolate dial on Oysterflex, once celebrated as a luxurious deviation from the typical steel sports offerings. Although it originally positioned itself as an elegant, sport luxury hybrid, newer Everose configurations, particularly in the 42mm Yacht-Master and updated Daytona lines, have made this chocolate variant feel dated. Market interest has waned, and listings now frequently appear with discounts, even in near-mint conditions. Another model facing headwinds is the Sky-Dweller in two-tone, both in white Rolesser and Everose Rolesser variations. Mechanically advanced with its annual calendar and GMT complication, the Sky-Dweller is nonetheless caught in a stylistic contradiction. The imposing case design combined with bimetal execution has proven too flashy for many, resulting in sluggish demand and consistent secondary market discounts. Meanwhile, the Rolex Daytona and Platinum, with the ice blue dial and chestnut brown bezel, has also seen its dominance diminished. Once a hallmark of Rolex's elite offerings, this configuration has faced depreciation following the release of an updated version featuring an exhibition caseback and improved movement. The outgoing reference, while still prestigious, no longer commands the premiums it once did and now trades closer to retail. Also revealing is the fate of the Day-Date 36 with the turquoise lacquer dial, nicknamed the Tiffany dial. Originally buoyed by the Patek Philippe 5711 Tiffany craze, the Rolex equivalent enjoyed a speculative bubble fueled by influencer interest and opportunistic buyers. However, this momentum proved unsustainable, and the watch's valuation plummeted. Its extreme volatility has since cast doubts among serious collectors, who now see it as a cautionary tale rather than a prize. Turning attention to the Explorer 2 reference 226570, particularly the white dial variant, the model's performance is surprisingly underwhelming. Though marketed as a rugged steel sports watch, its 42mm case size and distinctive dial layout have split opinions. Neither fully modern nor vintage-inspired, the Explorer 2 finds itself stranded in a middle ground, with resale values often slipping below retail. The Submariner in white gold with blue bezel reference 126619LB illustrates a similar predicament. Despite its premium materials and striking contrast, the watch lacks the mass appeal and versatility of the stainless steel Submariner. It also fails to generate the same aspirational buzz as the Daytona or Day-Date. As a result, its market value has softened considerably, and buyers are increasingly cautious. The Deep-Sea Sea Dweller, a technical marvel with a massive 44mm case and industry-leading depth rating, continues to face a long-standing challenge: practicality. While impressive on paper, its overbuilt proportions deter everyday wear, leading to consistent underperformance in resale and a diminished profile among enthusiasts. In another segment of the collection, the Yacht-Master 40 in stainless steel on Oysterflex, initially perceived as a stylish alternative to the Submariner, has not captured the same widespread appeal. Though the platinum bezel and rubber strap suggest luxury, the watch lacks the cultural significance and recognizability of its sibling. As a result, it frequently trades under retail, especially in oversupplied markets. Then comes the Day-Date 40 in full Everose gold, often paired with diamond indices or Roman numeral hour markers. Despite its rich aesthetic and high craftsmanship, the appetite for flashy, full gold watches has declined in recent months. Economic uncertainty and shifting fashion preferences have led to weaker performance in resale, and many dealers report stagnation in inventory movement. A more recent misfire can be observed in the Rolex 1908 collection, the brand's ambitious re-entry into refined dress watches. Debuting with enthusiasm, the model featured an open caseback and tasteful Arabic numerals. However, it has failed to gain significant traction. Pre-owned examples trade at steep discounts, and the overall market response suggests indifference. The model currently resides in an uncertain zone, lacking the appeal to drive consistent demand. The Cellini moonphase, which also targeted the dress watch niche, met an even quicker demise. Despite offering a unique poetic complication and visually distinct aesthetics, it never resonated with Rolex's primarily sports watch-driven clientele. Discontinued after a brief run, the moonphase has come to represent the brand's ongoing challenge in successfully penetrating the dress watch market. Notably, the Daytona 116500LN in white dial with ceramic bezel, once considered untouchable, has begun to soften in pricing, formerly commanding double its retail price. The outgoing model now sits closer to MSRP, with some listings even falling below. The transition to the updated generation has diminished the previous version's desirability, signaling a more level-headed market response. Equally telling is the decline of the yellow-gold GMT-Master II with green dial, often dubbed the Lyndon B. Johnson GMT. Formerly reserved for boutique allocation and commanding significant premiums, the model has lost its status as a grail piece. Now seen trading at or slightly below retail, it reflects waning interest in bold gold configurations, especially when other GMT variations offer more subdued styling. This pattern extends to the GMT-Master II in full gold on Jubilee, whether in yellow gold with green dial or Everose versions. Previously celebrated as ultimate status symbols, these references are now experiencing significant market corrections. Reduced demand for precious metals and changing tastes have redefined their roles, positioning them more as expressions of personal style than investment assets. Perhaps the most unexpected downturn lies with the left-handed GMT-Master II Sprite. Launched in 2022, this novelty introduced a left-side crown and a new bezel color combination, initially met with tremendous fanfare. Yet, the excitement proved short-lived. Enthusiasts have cooled off, with many gravitating back toward traditional GMT layouts. Resale value has dipped notably, suggesting the format failed to establish long-term appeal. This comprehensive overview underscores a critical transformation underway within the Rolex ecosystem. The days when any new release would immediately spike in value are waning. Buyers now prioritize wearability, enduring design language, and real-world usability over novelty and hype. Even models once assumed to be impervious to market fluctuation have shown vulnerability in this shifting environment. Rolex's continued success will likely depend on balancing its heritage of iconic tool watches with the need to introduce fresh, relevant designs that resonate with both new and seasoned collectors. The reality emerging in 2025 is that prestige alone is no longer sufficient. The market has matured, and with it, so has the collective expectation for authenticity, substance, and sustainable value. What are your insights on the Rolex watches we shared in this video? We would love to hear your perspective. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and give the video a thumbs up if you found it insightful. Do not forget to follow Luxury World for more curated content on fine timepieces and market insights. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you again in our next video.